So what's really interesting about dance and how it helps children develop physically is that traditionally every dance class has a warm-up that follows the developmental process of a child in their first year of life. They go through this process from breathing to being able to move by discovering their bodies. They're finding their muscles without actually truly understanding that they're moving their muscles. By just touching them, they're finding them. And so in a dance class, it's really important for a teacher to come and touch certain muscles, because that's how our brains learn to find muscles. That's how our developmental process is. When you watch a dance class, and a warm-up specifically, you're seeing at the bar for a plie, they're going down and they're bringing everything up together into the center of their bodies to then go down and spread it all out, which is that core distal movement. In jazz, they do the meltdowns and they come up, and that also mimics the breathing a little bit. In a ballet class, we're thinking keeping our spine straight and perpendicular to the floor instead of letting it move side to side. Whereas in a jazz class, they're really starting to think through moving through that spine and kind of moving it like a snake to find the flexibility and the mobility of that body part. While also at the bar, we're working our right side and then our left side, which is then where body half comes in. And body half is extremely important because in the developmental stage of a child, this is where they're really starting to crawl, and they're reaching and they're trying to get something that's away from them. But this is really important because this really connects to their eye-hand coordination. And so that's when we get off of the bar in a ballet class and you start moving your whole body as one and thinking about almost this X that's going through your body, because you're connecting your right arm to your left leg or your left arm to your right leg and moving across the floor. Jazz gets there a lot sooner because you're not at the bar and you're not really thinking body quadrants, you're thinking whole body pretty quick in jazz, which makes it a little bit more complicated than ballet, but a whole lot more fun because a lot is happening in a kid's body and brain in a jazz class pretty fast. And then the final aspect of a dance class that mimics the development of a young child is where we strengthen the vestibular system, which is what allows a child to actually balance while they're walking in their first year of life. And so you'll see us dancers practice that with our leaping and our turning and our jumping and the combination of jumping and turning all at the same time. And most famously, you have these ballet variations where the ballerina does a big menage of turns around the entire stage, where they're not only turning their head, but they're turning in a circle, which gets them extra dizzy. Even though we spot, and spotting is supposed to keep us from getting dizzy, we still get dizzy. But it strengthens our balance and our inner ear system so that we can then finish a variation without wobbling and look like we're not dizzy. And strengthening that vestibular system is what allows us to balance for a really long period of time on one leg without falling or our muscles getting too weak.